is Luke, and this will be a 15-minute yoga flow practice. There'll be quite a bit of balance thrown in, so you'll want to check your space and make sure that there's no obstructions, there's nothing in the way that could help you trip over. And if you have any tools you'd like to use, like a block or a towel or a tie or a strap, keep them nearby. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start off in pose of a child. So just begin by drawing your knees towards the edges of your mat. And we'll bring our big toes together and send the hips back towards the heels. And just start to bring a little bit of movement into this child's pose. Make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide. Press your palms down and just very slowly begin to sway, rocking your ribcage side to side. And all the while we're trying to shift the belly back in between the thighs. And keeping the toes together, the knees separated. And bring yourselves back to stillness and allow your elbows, your forehead to soften into your mat. And staying down in your child's pose, keeping the forehead grounded. See if you can peel your shoulders back as you breathe in. Lower the chest as you breathe out. And then bring the fingertips together in a prayer position and draw the thumbs to the base of the neck. So allow your fingers to point up towards the ceiling. Extend the hands forward again. Look in between the wrists. As you press down, just transition yourselves up onto your hands and knees. We're going to leave the hands slightly forward to the shoulders. Gently push the shoulders away from our ears. Draw the belly in and start to sink back into your child's pose. Keep the arms nice and long. Inhale, glide forward. This time bring the shoulders all the way over the wrists, maybe floating the feet. Exhale, sink back into your child's pose. And just one more time. Lower the hips as you glide forward, lifting the heart. And as you breathe out, sink back into that child's pose. Melt your elbows and forehead back into the mat. Just remain in your child's pose. Take a nice big inhale through your nose. And sigh it out. Take another big inhale through the nose. And this time holding the breath. And sigh it out. This time as you inhale, look forward. See if you can breathe in again. And as you sigh it out, release down into your mat. And gradually begin to transition up onto your hands and knees. So we're going to move the hands slightly forward to the shoulders again. And we're going to walk the knees in so they're underneath your hips. Just maybe start to shift the knees further back so we have a little bit of space to come down to your belly. Engage your belly and start to glide forward. Hug your elbows in and then slowly lower down to your mat. And we'll bring the hands underneath our shoulders. Pull the elbows in towards your ribs and start to gently push your shoulders back. This will allow the neck to grow longer. Suck in the belly. On your next inhale, take a small lift. Keep the neck long by tucking the chin down. Exhale, lower. And again, keep the elbows in, push the shoulders back. Lifting again as we breathe in. And lowering back down as you breathe out. And we're going to draw the arms out, forward of your shoulders. Come onto your fingertips. Point the elbows up towards the ceiling. And on your next inhale, press through the fingers to lift the heart, soften the shoulders, engage your belly. Exhale, softening back down. Elbows up. Inhale, lifting again. Lengthen your spine, lengthen your neck. Exhale, lower back down. We're going to bring the hands in line with the shoulders this time. But staying on your fingertips with the elbows facing up. Press down as you lift. Exhale to lower. Once more, inhale lifting. And exhale lower. And from here we're going to keep the right hand placed underneath the shoulder. We're going to start to reach our left hand out. You extend your left arm out on a diagonal. So it's reaching out about 45 degrees. You're going to keep extending the fingers out towards the side. Put a bend in your right knee and press down into your right hand. And slowly begin to roll all the way onto your left hip. Allow the right foot to cross over. So we're stretching through that left shoulder here. So bring your awareness back to your breath. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. And slowly rolling back onto your belly. I'm going to move that left hand from the side and extend it forward. Come back onto your fingertips. So this time your left hand is extended out in front of you. And I'm going to press down through the fingers and lift the heart, holding here. I'm going to put a bend into that, rather wrong leg, bend into that right knee. Reach back for the right foot if it's in your practice, or just extend the right arm back. If you don't want to raise or bend the right knee, you can keep it grounded. So engage your belly and lift the heart away from the floor. Options to float the left leg if that feels okay. Lengthen your neck. Options to extend the left hand if that feels okay. And slowly come undone. And then switching over to the other side. So I'm going to adjust myself on the mat. Create a little bit more space. I'm going to take the right arm out on an angle. Put a bend in my left knee. And pressing into the left hand, I'm going to roll onto my right hip. So this time stretching through that right shoulder. And here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly find yourself back onto your stomach. Cupcake the right fingers out in front of you. Bend the left knee, reaching back for that left foot. We're going to press into the fingers to lift the heart. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And tuck the chin. And so in your practice, that right leg can come up. And if that feels okay, maybe the right hand extends forward. And slowly come undone. Just go ahead and make a pillow with your hands. You're going to rest the forehead, bend both knees, and flex the feet. And just very slowly start to windshield wipe the knees side to side. Just find stillness again, releasing the feet back down and bringing both hands back underneath our shoulders. And this time, once again, bring your elbows in, push your shoulders back, engage the belly, and as you lift through the heart, continue to bow the head, turn your thighs inward, allow the knees, the thighs to lift, and then maybe start to hover the palms off of the mat as well. So keeping your elbows close to your ribs. Start to push your shoulders up towards the ceiling. And see if you can lift just a little bit higher up as you breathe in. And then release back down as you breathe out. You're going to go ahead and tuck the toes. Press away from the floor to transition back up to tabletop. So you're going to come onto our hands and knees. And just plant your shoulders back over the wrists. Bring your hips over the knees. Lowering the belly as you breathe in, rounding the back as you breathe out. And just going at your own pace. Make the inhales deeper, breathing in through the nose. Draw your exhales out longer, curving the spine and rounding your back. And try to claw the mat with your fingertips, moving the pressure out of your wrists and more into your finger pads. Gradually, we're going to bring ourselves back into a neutral position, finding tabletop again, extending the right leg back, and pushing back into your right heel. You're going to float forward, float that right leg up, flex the foot, and Just allow the hip to open by bending the knee up towards the ceiling and pausing here to roll the foot in one direction and then rolling in the opposite direction. And square the hips back off, flex the right foot, extend your right leg back, pressing through the heel. Gaze down, soften the shoulders away from the ears and reach your left hand forward. Engaging the belly, relaxing the shoulders, and spreading our fingers and spreading our toes. Let's take one more big inhale here. And on the exhale, come undone, releasing back into tabletop. And just switching sides, stepping your left foot behind you, pushing back into that left heel. As you shift forward, float the left leg. And bring it higher. Allow that knee to bend, try to angle the knee up towards the ceiling. Pause here and start to roll the ankle in one direction. Rolling in the opposite direction. And then squaring the hips off, curl the toes in and extend the leg back. So gaze down, lengthen your neck and extend the right hand. Try to spread the fingers, try to spread the toes. Push the shoulders back away from the ears. Take one more big inhale here. On the exhale, come undone. You're going to transition back to all fours. Just draw the belly in and sink your hips. Keep the knees parallel, but sink the hips way back towards the heels again. Draw the belly towards the thighs, and then come onto your fingertips. So we're in child's pose. The knees are close together, and the palms are off of the mat. Try to peel your shoulders back to lengthen through the neck. Draw your belly in. And pressing into your finger pads. Start to round the back. Slowly draw the belly away from the thighs. And transition yourselves back into tabletop. Plant your hands back under the shoulders or slightly forward of the shoulders. Claw the mat. Tuck the toes. As you inhale, shifting forward. Lower the belly. On the exhale, shifting back and press into down dog. Allow the knees to come up and the hips to press up towards your ceiling. We'll put a bend into that right knee and push the left heel down. Stretch the arms nice and long like you're trying to grow your mat an extra few inches. Take a nice big breath in through the nose. On the exhale, we're going to switch legs. Soften the left knee, press the right heel down. And just continue to pedal both feet out. Walking in place and allowing your hips to shift from side to side here. And eventually coming back to stillness, we're going to draw the knees back down, untuck the toes, and send the hips back. So softening back into your child's pose. And just try to extend the hands as far forward as you can. So we're going to lengthen the arms. Finding that our wrists and elbows are off the mat. And then glide forward to a modified plank as you breathe in, bringing the shoulders over the wrists, tucking the toes. Exhale, pushing back into your down dog as you breathe out. So we're going to send the hips back up towards the ceiling. Extend the right leg up as you inhale, flex the foot. And just start by dialing the toes up towards the ceiling. Square the hips, bring that right foot back down. Inhale the left leg up to the ceiling, flexing the foot. On the exhale, I'm going to dial the toes up towards the ceiling, like you're turning a radio dial. Lengthen the arms. Square the hips, bring that left foot back down. And just slowly begin to walk your feet up towards your hands. And once we get to the top of the mat, allow the knees to soften. Relax your shoulders. Allow the head to hang. We're going to make fists. Engage the belly. Take a nice big inhale to roll your wrists slowly in one direction. Pausing at the top. On the exhale, roll your wrists in the other direction. Then release the hands, extending the fingertips down towards the mat. So it doesn't matter if the fingers reach, but if you need to, soften the knees, lower the hips, Lengthen the arms down. Then we're going to peel the shoulders back and look forward. Take a big breath in and then fold back down, round in the back as you breathe out. Once more, draw the hands alongside the legs, lower the hips, lift your heart, breathing in. Exhale, folding through. Take a hold of your opposite elbows, framing your ears inside your shoulders. And from here, we're just gently swaying the upper body side to side like a rag doll. And then release the hands, soften the knees, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Keep the chin tucked, allow your head to come up last. Set your shoulders down over the hips and draw the hands out alongside the body. And inhale the arms overhead, flip your palms up towards the ceiling, soften the shoulders. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. And again, inhale, reaching up, draw the hands together. Exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Interlace the fingers here, bring the feet together. Sit, stand up tall, suck the belly in, and then lengthen the arms up towards the ceiling. Join the pointer fingers up towards the sky, soften the shoulders, suck in the belly, and then fold over to your right side. So ground through the feet. Inhale back to the center, sucking in the belly, softening our shoulders. Exhale over to the left side. Next inhale, we're going to come back to the center. Just bring the palms together. On the exhale, we're going to slide the hands to the heart. Soften the shoulders down. Engage the belly. And then start to push your hips back as your knees soften. Lowering the hips like you're sinking down into an imaginary chair. And again, lift your heart, relax the shoulders, extend the hands. So shooting your fingers out in front of you. Take a big breath in. Sink low as you breathe out. I'm going to let the hands jet plane behind us, open the chest. See if you can sink a little bit lower and then pick up the heels. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Draw the heels back down, bring your hands back to heart center and take a quick twist to your right side. Inhale back to the center, hold your breath, draw in the belly, twisting left as you exhale. Inhale back to the center, just fold forward as you exhale, release the hands back down. Take your palms to your shins, press the chest forward as you breathe in, folding forward as you breathe out. And again, inhale into a flat back, hands to the shins. Exhale, folding forward. This time, pause at the top of your inhale. And then exhale, draw the hands to the back of the calves, tuck the chin and round the back. Folding forward. Release the hands, widen the feet. Gently nod your head yes. And then shake the head no. Hook the thumbs together, spreading the fingers. On your next inhale, float the hands all the way up towards the ceiling, suck in the belly, push your hips forward, and pull your shoulders down. Exhale your hands back to heart center. Draw the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, start to draw the shoulder blades together, start to open the chest up towards the ceiling. And soften the knees, hinge forward, and begin to fold. Maybe the arms drape overhead. If you tighten the shoulders, your hands can release to your low back, or you can grab opposite elbows. But try to keep your knees soft and let your head hang. So begin to release your hands to the lower back if they're overhead. And then release your hands all the way down towards the back. And then take the hands up towards the ceiling as we breathe in. Draw the palms together. Hands to the heart as you breathe out. We're going to take a step back with your left foot. Just make sure that your feet are on the same track. We're going to keep that right foot facing forward. I'm going to let the left foot open out a little bit more to the side. Try to keep your hips square towards the front of the mat. Put a bend into your right knee. And then start to ground through the back heel. So that if that back knee is soft, we're going to push the knee straight. Ground through the back heel. Square our hips. Sink into that front knee. And then take the arms overhead for warrior one. So shoot the fingers up towards the ceiling. Suck the belly button in towards your spine. And then draw the shoulders down towards your hips. So holding our warrior one. We're going to keep pressing that outer left heel. Keep drawing the left hip forward. Maybe drawing the right hip back. So our hips are square towards the front of the mat. Goalpost the hands as you breathe in. Lengthen the hands as you breathe out. Goalpost the hands again. Keep the neck long. Extend the arms up. So I'm going to keep the arms extended here. Take a nice big breath in. Maybe look up. On the exhale, hinge forward and take your hands back. Inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale, shoot the arms back. You're going to inhale back up, holding the breath, soften the shoulders. And the exhale, we're going to open out to the side, finding warrior two. So adjust the feet if you need to. You're going to keep that same bend in the right knee, allow it to face forward. Let your left foot point towards the side. Allow your hips and chest to open towards the side. And soften the shoulders down. So I'm going to try to pull the shoulders down by flipping both palms over, peeling the shoulders down, creating more space for the neck, and then allow the palms to flip back over again. So gaze down the right hand, sink into the right knee. Flip the right palm, and reverse your warrior. Reaching back with that right hand, you're going to take a nice big breath in, see if you can reach back even more. And then fold forward as you breathe out, bringing that right elbow to your knee. If you want to go deeper, you can push the knee forward. Take the left arm up. Draw the left shoulder back. And then reach the left arm over your ear. So just try to draw a line from our left fingertips to the outer blade of that left foot. You're going to windmill back up, this time straight in the right knee. Soften the shoulders. Imagine yourselves placed between those two sheets of glass and shift your left hip back. Extend your right hand forward. Just tipping down, we're going to draw the hand to the shin or let it suspend inside the thigh, inside the calf. If you have a block handy, you can place the block outside that right foot and take your fingers to the block. The left hand reaches up. So we're stacking that left shoulder over the right. And slowly come up again. Just going to turn our feet towards the left side of the room. Just take a moment to adjust the feet so they're in line with each other. And we want our feet to be parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. So if you need to, you can have a block handy. We're going to draw the arms up towards the ceiling. Soften the shoulders, suck in the belly and reach. Ground the toes, soften the knees and fold. So folding forward, maybe the hands come to the floor of the block. If that's too far, your hands can move to your thighs or the outer edges of the feet. And if you can use a block for support, or bring your hands, that right hand underneath the nose. Try to engage through the inner thighs, ground through the feet, and open the left hand to the ceiling. Reaching up. Maybe if it's in your practice, wrapping the left hand behind your back. Take the left arm back up, and then bring it back down. We're just going to switch sides. So left hand, fist, fingers, or palm to the floor, or to a block. And that right hand opens up. You can stay here, or you can choose to wrap the right hand behind the back. Extend the right arm up if it's folded. And draw the right arm back down. We're going to soften both knees. Inhale the hands to the waist. Exhale, come back up to standing. We're going to turn back to the front of the mat. Step the feet together. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then drop them down into your back pockets. On your next inhale, flip both palms up towards the ceiling. push your hips forward. Exhale, fold all the way down. Taking your hands to your shins. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, find your plank or high push-up position and hold. So if you need to modify, lower the knees or move to your fists or forearms. You're going to push the shoulders back and draw the elbows in. Engage the belly, engage the thighs. Glide forward as you breathe in with the option of lowering the knees. And lower down, keeping the elbows close to the ribs. Inhaling, lifting to cobra or pressing all the way through to up dog. You're going to tuck the toes and press back into your down dog. And from here, just float the heels off of the mat as you breathe in. Lower the heels back down as you breathe out. Just twice more. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower. Engage the belly. Keep the heels lifted as you breathe in and hold your breath. Put a micro bend in the knees as you breathe out. Press the chest towards your thighs. Draw the knees all the way down to your mat. Untuck the toes. Then send your hips all the way back to your heels. Extend the hands forward, look in between the wrists. So keep the knees parallel, but maybe separate the toes if they're together. You're going to keep the feet grounded and just bring our shoulders above the wrists. Pause here, and then sink your hips towards the wrists, push the shoulders back and down, lifting your heart. Claw the mat, pull the belly in and press back into child's pose. Next inhale, bring the shoulders over the wrists and tuck the toes. Exhale, pressing back into your down dog. Inhale, lift the heels and begin to tiptoe your way forward. And finding our way to the top of the mat. Allow your knees to soften. Let your head hang. Pause here and roll the wrists. Inhale your hands all the way up towards the ceiling, taking a slight back bend to the top. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. This time the left foot stays forward and the right foot steps back. So starting off from warrior one, so you want to have our feet on a separate track. So let that right foot be more to the right and the left foot more over to the left. You're going to start off grounding through the back heel. And your right toes are pointing towards 1 o'clock. So anchor the back heel, square the hips. Sink into your front knee and take the arms overhead for warrior one. You're going to soften the shoulders, so release the tension out of the shoulders, put it into your belly, ground the back heel and see if you can sink even lower. We'll goalpost the hands, reach back up. This time gaze up as you breathe in, forward, reaching back as you breathe out. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, reaching back. Hold your inhale as you reach up. Open to warrior two as you breathe out. So adjust the feet. Maybe take a wider stance. Allow your hips and chest to face out to the side. Soften the shoulders. Sink into the left knee. And look down the left hand. And try to push the left knee out towards the pinky toe. Try to roll your right hip back towards the heel. Sink a little lower. Flip your left palm. And reach forward as you breathe in. Take the left arm back as you breathe out. Try to keep a bend in your front knee and the length in your back leg. Inhaling here. And exhale, going to fold forward. Draw the elbow to the knee. And take the right arm to the ceiling. Eventually join that right arm over your ear. See if you can sink even lower. So spiral the ribcage up towards the ceiling. Pull the shoulders back away from the ears. Press all the way up as you breathe in, straightening the front knee, extending the hands. And pause here as you exhale. Shift your right hip back. Inhale, reaching your left hand forward. And on the exhale, finding our triangle. I'm going to stack that right shoulder over the left. Spiral the chest open. slowly come up. And then stepping towards the front of the mat, let's bring the feet back together. Draw the hands to heart center. Shift the weight back into the heels, let your toes come up. And just spread the toes as wide as you can away from each other. And then try to ground the toes starting all the way from the outside, letting your pinky toe come in and gradually drawing down into your big toe. Engage your belly, lift your heart, and soften your shoulders. And then press the arms overhead as you breathe in, release the hands. Fold forward as you breathe out, allow the knees to soften. Take a half lift as you breathe in, pressing the chest forward, forwarding as you breathe out, bowing the head. Start to drag your fingers out in front of you as you inhale. Draw the hands back in on the exhale. Once more, inhale, reaching out. Exhale, folding in. Tuck the chin. And slowly come up one vertebra at a time, hugging the shoulders all the way up to your ears. And then dropping the shoulders down into your back body. We'll do that twice more. Draw the shoulders up. Peel the shoulders down. One more time. Breathing in. And breathing out. Allow your feet to come together. Allow your toes to touch. Draw your shoulders down. From here, we're going to start by drawing the belly in. You're going to let the heels lift. And then we're going to float the arms overhead. Pull the shoulders down into your back pockets. And the heels are up or down. If you need to, drop the heels down. If it's in your practice, keep them lifted. We're going to let the hands float out in front of us as we bend the knees. Push the hips back. Draw the belly in. Draw the palms together. Take the thumbs to the third eye. See if your heels can come up a little bit more and the hips can sink down a little bit lower. Holding for 3, 2, and 1, folding forward. Allow your feet to separate away from each other. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, hop a step back to your plank position. Knees are up or down as you lower down to your mat. Inhale, find cobra or press the up dog. Exhale, pressing back into your down dog. So 2 options here. We're going to make our way to the back of the mat. The first option is to walk your hands back first and draw the right leg up towards the ceiling. Second option, maybe draw the right leg up first and walk your hands back towards the left leg. So once we get there, we all want to keep that left foot grounded. So we don't want to go on the ball of the foot. We want the entire left foot grounded. If you're back here in the modified pose, we're in a standing L. So your back is parallel to the floor, pretty much your right leg is parallel to the floor. But if you want to go further and take this into standing needle, you'll keep walking the hands back towards your standing leg. You'll tuck the chin, bow the head, and you'll stretch the right leg up towards the ceiling. Options to reach back for that heel or calf with one hand, or maybe both hands. Maybe tuck the chin, lengthen the leg. When you're ready, you can come undone, just release the hands. We're going to stay towards the back of the mat. So let your right foot join the left, and let the hands come in. I'm going to soften the knees and let the head hang here. And slowly roll yourselves up, one vertebra at a time. Pull the shoulders down into your back body. So options to stay on the mat, we're going to do a balance pose here, but if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can step off to a more stable surface, maybe on a wood floor with tile. And then make sure the scene is safe, there's nothing to trip over. I'm going to move the weight into our left foot. I'm going to draw that right leg up. If you can, try to reach from the inside of the right foot. If that's too challenging, feel free to take your hand just to the top of the right foot. Keep that left foot grounded. And Instead of letting this right knee flail out, we want to turn the thighs in towards each other. Maybe try to bring the thighs in line with each other. Lengthen the spine. And then extend the left arm up for our dancer pose. So holding here, maybe softening the shoulders and creating length through the neck. And in your practice, you can put a micro bend in the knee and start to hinge forward at the waist. You're not falling forward too far, not quite to 90 degrees. Still keeping the chest upright, maybe reaching with that left hand. Maybe allowing that right foot to push back against your right hand. Come back to neutral and come undone. You're going to pause here. Inhale the hands back up to the ceiling, draw the shoulders down into your back body, and on the exhale, folding forward. And travel the hands back to the front of your mat. Finding yourselves back in down dog. Shift to plank as you inhale, knees are up or down. Lower the chest on the exhale. Inhale, find up dog or cobra. Exhale, pressing back into down dog. And this time, you walk the hands back, or you start off by drawing the left leg up. And eventually, you're going to meet at the back of the mat with that right foot grounded and that left leg lifted. So standing L is a simple modification. Standing needle, a little bit more challenging because you're walking your hands in towards the standing leg, bowing the head, and lengthening your left leg up. Option to take one hand to the heel or ankle, or both hands to that right heel. We're going to bow the head and lengthen. When you're ready, you can release the hands. Slowly come undone, bringing the feet together. And inhale your hands back up towards the ceiling. Take a slight back bend to the top. Exhale your hands back to heart center. And this time we're shifting the weight into our right foot. Once again, feel free to step off of the mat onto the wood floor, onto your tile, onto the grass, or any surface you find a little bit more stable than your mat. You're going to keep that right foot grounded. I'm going to bring the left foot up. So again, if you can, reaching for the inside of the foot is going to help so we don't pronate the shoulder. If that's too challenging, just feel free to take the top of the left foot instead. I'm going to draw the thighs inward. Try to square our hips. Try to keep the thighs facing the same direction. Peel the shoulders down. Take the right arm up. So option to stay here. We can put a micro bend in that right knee, keeping the foot stable. We can start to hinge forward, reaching with the right hand, pressing back with the left foot, finding our dancer. So soften the shoulders away from the ears, ground through the right big toe, engage your belly. As you inhale, come back up. Exhale, come undone. Bring our hands back to heart center. We'll step the right foot forward, pick the back heel up, press the left leg back. And bring the feet back together. Step the left foot forward, soften into that left knee, pick your right heel up, put the right leg back. And just bring the feet back together. Just slowly find your way all the way to the top of your mat. Push your shoulders into your back body. Press the palms overhead, taking a back bend as you inhale. Fold forward, coming all the way down on the exhale. Inhale into a half lift. And exhale, fold. Once more. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, step back to plank. We're going to hold our plank here, push away from the floor. If you need to modify, drop the knees. If you want to add on, you can ground the hands, ground the left foot, and float the right leg up for 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Ground the right foot. Go the left leg. Holding 3, 2, 1. Both feet come down. knees come down. We're going to untuck the toes and sink back into your child's pose. If your shoulders need a break, you can draw the arms back, palms facing the ceiling, and just let your shoulders drape over the knees. Holding our child's pose. We're going to start to extend the hands forward again. And look towards the wrists. And transition up into tabletop. And then back up to your hands and knees. And just go ahead and turn your fingers back to face you. If that's too much, you can turn them out as far as you can. Maybe they turn to the side, maybe they turn all the way back so your fingers are facing you. I'm going to try to ground through the whole palm. I'm going to soften the shoulders back, claw the mat, and just begin to rock back and forth. Breathing in, breathing out. So as you glide forward, expand the chest, soften the shoulders as you shift back, tuck the chin, engage the belly. Come back to neutral. Keep the fingers facing you, but flip the palms over so the palms are facing up. Try to spread your fingers and flatten through the back of the hand as much as you can. And press and start to round. And come on down. We're going to come back to neutral, but we're going to make fists with our hands. Press them into the mat. Plug the shoulders back. And keep the left hand as it is. Inhale the right hand to the ceiling. On your exhale, thread it all the way through. Come down to your right shoulder. If your ear doesn't touch the mat, you can place a block under the ear or under the shoulder. We're going to shift our weight into that right shoulder. And options here to point the feet to the left and extend your left leg. This is going to allow you to get more leverage to shift the weight into that right side. Bring the knees back together. And draw your right arm all the way up as you breathe in. Press your hips forward. Then bring that right hand down as you breathe out. So this time we're going to ground the palm or make a fist. Engage the belly. Soften the shoulders. Inhale the left arm to the ceiling. Exhale, threading through. If you need to, widen the knees a little bit more. When we're in your practice, the feet can extend. Or that right leg can extend out to the side or out behind you. You bring the weight into that left shoulder. And we bring the knees together, anchor the right hand, inhale the left hand to the ceiling, pressing your hips forward. Exhale, come on down. Coming back into tabletop again. This time tuck your toes, lower your belly. Press back into your down dog. Draw the right leg towards the ceiling. Then bring the right knee towards your right wrist and set it down, setting up for our pigeon pose. If pigeon is, I'll give you another option for pigeon if this doesn't work for you. So you want to bring that right knee and shift it more towards the back of the right wrist. We're going to let that right foot move as much to the left as we can. We're going to try to square our hips towards the front of the mat. Lengthen your spine as you breathe in. And just travel down to your forearms. Or you can come even lower as you breathe out. If that lying pigeon doesn't work for you, you've got the option of switching to a seated pigeon, which means you make that right foot cross over the left in a figure four. Or you can recline your pigeon, keeping the right foot on top of the left knee. And reaching for your left shin or left thigh. For a more active reclining pigeon, we float the feet and we bring the leg in. With If this is too challenging, you want to back off, you can let that left foot come down. You can stay here, or you can push the right knee away from the body. So if you're on your back, taking a reclining position, just go ahead and switch legs. If you're on your belly, maybe you want to just slowly come undone. Find your way back into down dog. Extend your left leg. Bring the knee towards your left wrist. So once you set up for pigeon with your hips squared and that right knee on the top of the right foot facing down, start to lengthen. And when you're ready, you can lower. And slowly begin to come undone. Walking the hands back under the shoulders if you're on your belly. You're going to shift the weight into that left leg, and let's all meet in a seated position, bringing the soles of the feet together. You sit up tall, lift the heart, soften the shoulders, and start to hinge forward, draw the hands towards the feet, and eventually bowing the crown of the head towards the feet. Roll back up on the inhale, bringing the knees together, engaging the belly, and lowering all the way down as you exhale, keeping the knees bent. Bring your feet hip distance apart, press your palms into your mat. As you inhale, push the hips up towards the ceiling, holding here, maybe sliding a block under the flat part of your back, or for more active bridge, interlacing the fingers, and trying to get more height. So remove the block, start to release the hands, keep the hips lifted, and slide the hands underneath the glutes. So our palms are facing down, hands are touching, fingers are touching to make a diamond shape. I'm going to sit on top of the knuckles. Extend the legs straight out. Engage the belly. And just look forward like you're trying to look towards your toes. Press into your forearms, come up onto your elbows or your forearms. If this doesn't work for you here, you can release the hands from underneath you, and just keep the elbows grounded, maybe the hands point up. If you want that full expression of fish, you can keep your hands underneath the glutes, maybe shuffle the elbows closer. We're going to arch through the lower back and expand the chest, and only if it's okay with the neck, maybe the gaze turns back. So arch the lower back, puff up your chest. Point your toes, engage your thighs. And slowly begin to come undone. So you're going to release all the way down to your back. Start to separate your feet. Start to widen your arms. So either taking the arms to the side if it feels good, maybe the right hand comes to the belly, the left hand comes to the heart. On your next exhale, we're going to pause. Stay empty. Soften the shoulders, soften the fingers, soften the toes. Take a half inhale through the nose and pause. Take a full inhale through the nose, pause again, and then sigh it out, pausing at the bottom. Take another half breath in, take a full breath in, holding at the top. Sip in some more, and sigh it out. This time we're going to take one big inhale through the nose, filling up all the way through the belly, up to the chest, holding at the top. And breathing in again. And sighing out. Release your hands alongside the body, engage your belly, squeeze your fists, curl your toes, engage the glutes, the face, the thighs. Just holding here. We're going to take a nice big inhale through the nose, maybe the heels and fists lift off the mat. Sip in some more, squeeze a little tighter, and let it go. Keep the legs extended, but shuffle the feet close together, point your toes, stretch the arms overhead, spread the fingers. Just begin to stretch yourselves from top to bottom. We're going to soften, just taking one knee in at a time. Draw both knees in towards the chest. Press the thighs together, circle the knees one way, pause, and go the other way. Hug the knees in as you breathe in, bring the forehead towards the knees, soften back as you breathe out, and just start to gently rock from side to side here. Fall all the way over to one side, find a fetal position, closing your eyes and using your hands, slowly walk yourselves up into a comfortable seat. I'm going to cup my hands around the knees, sit up nice and tall, soften the shoulders down away from my ears, and then release the hands alongside your body, palms facing up. Inhale the hands up towards the ceiling, draw the palms together. Exhale the hands back to heart center. Just bow the head slightly. Peel the shoulders down, pull in the belly. Pause as you exhale. And let's take one big inhale through the nose. Inhale some more. And sigh it out.